Sorry for the long distance, guys. I've been dealing with some court stuff. A lot of you guys know that. And it has monopolized a lot of my time away from work. So thank you for your patience. All right, let's get into a beautiful video today. This is going to be Venus Exalted in Pisces. This is going to be all the way through May. So I hope you guys are ready for this beautiful, unconditional love kind of energy. This is going to affect the twin flames pretty heavily. So I want to emphasize on that. How is it affecting your journey? Because you guys are going to be very spiritual. You're going to be very forgiving. You're going to see through the BS. You're going to be very deep and very understanding. And you're going to want to really open up the aspect of your relationship that is divine. So you're going to start noticing that in your twin flame journey, you're getting past the 3D BS and you're just moving straight into why are we here together? What is our purpose? And let's elevate. So a lot of you twin flames are going to feel that. This is also going to affect you guys financially. So Venus loves to be in Pisces. I want you to see where your Pisces is in your chart. If you want help with figuring out your chart, you can message me in the comments below or just order a chart consultation. But I'd love to help you. But yeah, look where your Pisces is and see how that is affecting you. What area of your life? And how is it going to change the twin flame dynamic? All right. Spirit, please be here with us in this room. Use these tarot cards to show us the divine path, the truth, and the fate for the twin flames watching. They need to know where their life is headed. What's going on in this divine connection? All right. Spirit, show me. Show me, show me, show me, show me. Show me, show me, show me. Hi, the Queen Bee. So we have the Queen of Cups. And this is coming up in May for Vedic people. So Queen of Cups right now is the overall theme of the energy of this movement, of this transit. So the overall theme, you're going to start to feel, it's like I said, spirituality, sensuality, the psychic abilities that you carry as a twin flame, the healing aspect of the twin flame journey. This means good news for union and personal relationships for the twin flames. If you guys want to know some more information about Pisces going direct in Vedic, please check out Joni Patri here on YouTube and check out Kapil Raj at Learn KRS Astrology. You guys can find out some more information about this transit if you want to know a little bit deeper into your chart, if you are aware of your chart. Okay, that being said, I feel like this movement is going to create harmony and balance. You and your twin flame are going to fall somehow deeper in love, if that's even possible, right? For you, you have the Star card in the reverse. Interesting. It's still good, you know, but there's this kind of hopelessness energy coming from you. And it's like, currently, bottom line, you and your twin flame have some healing to do. There is problems. It's not smooth. And to be honest, you guys both feel this tired loss, and you feel this energy of, I don't know, but I kind of feel like this is hopeless. And I feel like you're worried in the sense that it's just not going to happen, but there's still a deeper part of you that believes it is. So you're kind of at war with yourself, to be honest. Anytime you get that Star card, it doesn't matter if it's reverse or upright. It always brings good news. It always brings healing. It's always speaking of good fate. It represents beauty and love, generosity. It's all good things. But, you know, for you guys, just bottom line, you've been through a lot. I know you guys have been through more than most people. And the interpretation of the Star, even in reverse, just know that it brings positive, healing energy in your relationship. And if you're lacking in self-belief right now, if you're hurting in motivation, then know that miracles can happen. They do happen. Don't be afraid to ask for some help in your belief systems, to pray, to light candles, to meditate, to ask a spiritual guide to come in. Focus on self-love and healing always. And look purposely for things to inspire you. Don't look for the negative. Look for the positive. Now let's take a look at where your twin flame's mental space is in regards to you. You are dealing with a worry wart of a twin flame. This guy or girl, boy, do they make you work for it. You've got to be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or Capricorn. It's there. It's sitting right there. And they're giving you such a difficult time right now. And God, in their head, they know this is solid, like a forever kind of love. You know, they know it's true. They also know that you're trustworthy and you're honest and you're dependable. So they know this. So what's the problem, right? Why do they make you work for it? Because in their heart of hearts, love is work. It just is. That's how they grew up. That's how they feel. That's how they think. And so there's this struggle. Kylo, no! Sorry, guys. There's this struggle to make it work. And you're just like, why do you want me around if you think that I constantly have to beg for it, work for it? You know, is it ever going to be easy stuff? Listen, your twin flame is special. On one hand, they are the loyal knight. Your twin flame is loyal to a very big extent of who they are. They're stubborn also. They're hardworking. They're good looking, by the way, very, very good looking. They spend time, energy, and money on themselves to make sure they look and appear pleasing. They're clean, they're organized. They have a good moral ethic about them. So those are really good positive qualities. It tends to get frustrating on the negative side when you just see someone that marriage and love and relationship it's not beauty, it's work. And this is kind of the energy of like Venus in Virgo, you know? It's like, oh God, this marriage is so hard. No one likes that, but it brings loyalty. Now, I know today we're discussing Venus going into Pisces, but remember, Virgo is 7 houses away from Pisces. So Venus, although in the exalted state, is still looking at the house of work, the sign of hard work and trouble and enemies and hardships, hurdles, and effort, laborious effort. So that being said, your twin flame feels like this relationship constantly requires work. And in this current state of mind that they're moving into, coming up here in May, they're moving into this, I know that we have a solid future. I know that we have a strong family. I know that we have a solid love and marriage or bond, this contract that leads to longevity. In their mind, they know that you guys mean business as far as sticking together. But God, in their heartstrings, they're just like, I know it's so much work. In their reality, what they believe is real, your twin flame knows they're going to have to work on this with you because they have abandoned you before. They have walked out on you. They've left you out in the cold. They've shafted you. They've shunned you. They've given you the silent treatment. This is all related to leaving you out in the cold. And that is their reality. They know what they've done. They know what karma they've had to deal with. They know that they have to start from ground zero with you. They have to earn your trust. They have to earn their keep. They have to earn their way back into your good graces. So they're fully aware that that is the issue of the day. But they're determined. And if you're watching this, I think the good news is that your twin flame is working on being a better person for you. Because the reality is they have to make it better. They have to make right what went wrong. And it is a challenge, but it's not one they're afraid of. Like they're going to tackle it. It's not too big of a challenge is what I mean. When reversed, the 5 of Pentacles shows that your twin flame has hit rock bottom, especially emotionally. And your twin flame feels isolated, lonely, hopeless, abandoned even themselves. They also feel like they've asked for help, but maybe they're never going to get it, or their help has been ignored. But rather than wallowing in their little victimhood, it's time that they have to rescue themselves and take control back of their life. So your twin flame is going through a financial hardship. They are heavily focused on money right now. That is the name of the game. Money is an issue. Money is a focus, and that is something they need to figure out because finances are affecting your relationship to the point where it's just causing more damage than good, okay? They're probably going to ask you for help. They don't want to ask you for help. This may be financially in some way or something physical. Like in some way, they're going to have to ask you for a favor. Even though they've not always been there for you. This is karma. This is karma's way of saying you weren't always there for your twin and now you need them. And this stresses them out ultimately, 9 of Swords. And they hate it, and they're honestly making a bigger deal out of it than it really is. I don't think for you it's that big of a deal to ask for this kind of help. You're like, it's not a big deal. It's okay. But to them, it's a really big deal. And if it's not money, they're asking for time. But it's kind of an issue. It's kind of definitely an issue. Let's get this overall energy for your mate. Show me your twin flame, Spirit. Show me this twin flame energy. Show me their energy. There's the Pentacles again. So your twin flame has 9 of Pentacles. Please pause and savor the results of your success. So they're tired and they just need a rest. I think they're coming to you for comfort. They're coming to you for a rest. They're coming to you for a break or a retreat. But he or she's coming to you and you're going to bless them. I know that. But also they're a blessing to you in disguise. The energy. What is their romantic energy towards you? Let's ask the romance angels. Spirit, what is the twin flames' romantic energy? Unrequited love. Damn. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this going. This is where they're at. You guys have definitely separated. There's an issue here. New love is coming. If this explains their romantic energy, it means that they're not in a lovey-lovey mood. I'm so sorry. They're not in a romantic mood. And it's weird because Venus is going into Pisces. They should be in a romantic mood. But the energy I'm getting is focus on money. Sometimes Venus has a lot more to do with money than love. And I just have to say, your person, when it comes to kissing you, holding you, hugging you, that's an aspect of your relationship, and that's definitely there. But the focus of their romantic energy is, I don't want to be romantic. I want partnership. I want money. I want security. And I just don't have time to think about romance. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and ask with the Epiphany cards, why? Why are they pushing away romance? Bottom of the deck, true love stories never end. Road to recovery. So this is why. They're just like, I'm obviously very damaged. Remember, they hit rock bottom emotionally and obviously financially. So they are on the road to recovery. They're coming out of a very damaging problem. And they just don't feel like talking about romance right now. That's just not, it's not there. So they don't want you to take offense to it. It's like, I love you. True love stories never end. Where the love is here. Queen of Cups, I'm into you. I love you. You know I love you. But where my romance is right now, I don't want to deal with romance. I want to deal with security. I want to know where I'm going to rest my head. I want to know where I'm going to be in 5 years. I want to know where I'm headed. I want to focus on my health. Like, this is all very important to your twin flame, to your beloved. So, new love will come. But with this Venus in Pisces, and for a lot of you guys, I feel like your Venus is naturally in Virgo. Just know that your relationship looks like it's going to focus heavily on finances, okay? And that's just to start with your partner. Okay, this is your twin flame. I do see this overall energy of commitment. I see marriage on the table with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. You guys might already be married and romance kind of has a little bit of a back seat. Or you guys are just not together right now and the love is still here and they're focused on something else. Or you're in communication and you're talking and this is headed in a good, healthy direction, but we're doing some deep healing right now in regards to stability. So you pick where you're at in those moments. Let's go ahead and take a dive into you. You're coming in mentally as the world. And you're just like, I'm good. I am 100% good. You have your head on straight. Everything makes sense to you. You can see things so clearly. It's crystal. You just see things in a very psychic, intuitive way. And this is where your unconditional love comes out. You're like, I love you no matter the condition, okay? I love you and I understand where you're going with this. And you're really fully embodying yourself. It's so strange, but this Venus and Pisces exalted for you personally seems like extreme high levels of self-care. Now, this is body work, this is mental work, and spiritual work. I just see extreme focus and care on the self, preserving yourself, okay? Taking good care. And you're very in love with yourself here. And it took you a while to get to this place because the World card is no easy thing to attain. It's like a whole series of experiences before you get there. So for you to be in the mental space where you're like, I'm accomplished. I just feel like you know whatever you need to know about this connection. You feel good about it. You don't need to know anymore. You're not deep diving. You're not researching. You're just like, I already know where we're at and I'm okay with it. And I hear this intuitive message saying, you know what? It's okay that you're doing this because I'm busy too. I'm very busy. You have a big world in front of you. You have a lot of people to attend to. It's almost like the world kind of, in a sense, revolves around you. Like your energy is important to people that depend on you. So you're like, that's okay. I'm other focused anyways. Emotionally, you are the sun. This is altruistic. This is positive, loving, healing, confident. You feel good about yourself. Your body is on the way to recovery, by the way. Someone who has had an injured body, I see a completion of your healing. If you've been suffering from an illness or some kind of surgery or some level of unwellness, look, you're coming out of it. This is personal happiness. Sunflowers may be a symbol for you. Maybe purchase some sunflowers for your house, plant some sunflowers in your garden. Maybe the sunflower is just a symbolic flower for you right now. And it's about you just coming over the wall, coming over the obstacles, gaining your freedom. A lot of you guys feel more free than you have in years. You feel so free, you feel like you could fly. I feel like you've been in lockdown, you've been imprisoned, you've been put in a chokehold against your will. And it's been like that for some time. You just felt out of control. And this beautiful transit just breaks you free from the chains of restrictions. You're finally able to move forward in your plans for your career or your business. You're finally able to move forward in your goals for your personal wellness. You're finally able to move forward with a healthier lifestyle. Let's take a deeper look. Your reality right now is peace and quiet and watching what you say. Honestly, I think you've learned to hold your tongue. There used to be a time where you spoke your mind a lot. And you just learned that it just got you into trouble. Even when you were honest, even when speaking your mind was completely necessary. You just learned sometimes I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because not everybody really wants to hear what I have to say. And if somebody really wants to genuinely get my advice or hear, they'll ask me. And that's kind of where you're at right now. You're not soliciting help for anybody. You're not going out of your way for anyone. You're like, listen, I'm here if you need me, okay? You know where I live, or you know where my number is. All you have to do is ask, and I'll be right there. I'm right here. But do not expect me to go out of my way to be supportive in any way with something like that. That's just not where you're at. You're keeping to yourself, and honestly, you're minding your business. And you don't want to be involved in family drama, and you don't want to be involved in your friends or your kids or your lover's drama. You're just like, I don't want to know. I'm so busy meditating. I'm so busy finding peace. I'm just so thankful that I've gotten out of hard times. I don't want to absorb any more negative energy. And so you're working really heavily on mental peace and also just mental clarity. You, again, coming in with a very stable mind, a good head on your shoulders. Some of you guys could be graduating or going to the next level in school in some way, but there's a completion with education I do see here. I need you to ask yourself, though, what fears could be holding you back? Do you have any kind of self-doubt in this relationship? Because I do see that here with the star in reverse. Question your self-doubt in this, because that's one thing you need to look at. You already know that with peace, meditation, and a well-rested mind, you're going to find all the answers you need. And to be honest, you need a break. You need a vacation. You need a sabbatical from life, from work, because you've had a huge burnout in the past, and I'm glad you're over it. But it's time for that zen. You're like, this is my zen period. Taking a break is essential to figuring out the next part of your life. And I do feel some of you guys are going to be going to Mexico. That's what I see, a Mexico vacation. I don't know why Mexico came to my mind, but it came to my mind. The words, the vision. I don't even know if it's like safe to go there right now with what's going on in the world and like the problems with America and Mexico. I don't really know. I don't know. Last I heard, there were some issues about traveling to Mexico. I don't know. But for some reason, I don't know, Mexico pops up in this reading. So maybe that is a trip you will be taking. Okay, it will be. And if not, it just brings those kind of vibes. It could just be a weekend getaway to a Spanish little, that kind of thing. But I just feel like that's necessary. That's needed. I also see peace of rest. For some reason, Venus going into Pisces is going to bring good dreams, and it's going to bring good sleep schedules and peace of mind. So I see your rest and sleep getting in a much better place. Now, I will say you are taking a break from talking and arguing with your partner. This stresses them out a little bit because usually you used to be more talkative. You used to like go back and forth, come at them, call them, talk. I just see you saying, listen, I love you, do you? Or I care about you and I'm here. But I just see you not giving them any energy towards their drama because you want to be in peace. And you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with you. I love you, but I don't want to deal with this. Okay? You turn a mountain out of a molehill, or you know what I mean? Whatever the saying is. And you're just like, you turn small problems into big ones. And I'm not going to feed the flames of your fire. And I'm not going to dive into your drama. I don't want to be a part of it. Look how happy I am over here. I'm happy. I'm finally getting out of other issues. And that's where I want to be. So I just see this as your reality so far. Coming in as a result, it's so interesting that you and your twin flame both end in swords. Both of you. It's like the fate is going to take you to a place where you and your twin flame are having some issues with communication. And here we are, exalted Venus in Pisces, but we have some issue in communication. That is a problem. It's here. The love is here. The commitment's here. The support is all here. Family support, financial support, emotional support, all here. It's the communication that sucks right now. And again, I see this barrier of it. Your 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, both of them equal quiet. Both of them equal cat's got your tongue, can't talk, can't speak, can't say anything. It even has the energy over here in the fate of walking on eggshells, like being careful, watching what you're saying to your twin. And you're just like, God stuff, that's exactly it. I just have to watch what I say because they're so sensitive. They're so emotionally damaged. They're going through some kind of a breakup or they're going through some kind of a detriment in their life. And if I say the wrong thing, I rub them the wrong way and they just blow up and they turn something small that I say into some big deal. And that's not really what the truth is. So you're like, my fate is taking me to a place of quiet because I don't want to stir the pot with them. Your twin is a little bit irrational. Your twin is a little bit in a mental nightmare. And I'm so glad that you are mentally strong enough to see that, number one, just to see it for what it is and pull yourself away and center yourself, ground yourself with peace, harmony, and happiness. I'm glad because so many times in your past, you didn't do this. So many times in your past, you dove in and you argued, you fought, you said everything that was on your mind. You got it all off your chest. You had silent treatments. You had distance. You got alienated. You know, it was just like in your past, it was just a lot of growth and learning that you had to go through about learning how to communicate with your twin. And now I think you finally get them. And you get yourself mostly. You just know that that's not necessary. It's not needed. So honestly, I see you pulling away from your twin, honey. It's okay. Just take it. That's painful to say, isn't it? It's painful for me to tell you and painful for you to hear that you're taking a space. You're just like, why? But it's a good one because you're happy, the world and the sun. You are happy. And remember, this promises healing. Maybe just not right this second. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some more intel here. As you step away, as you're quiet from your twin flame, guess what? He's tripping. She's tripping. They are replaying in their head the last words you said. They're replaying in their mind what they said to you. They're replaying their life, what they've done that has led them up to this point. They're looking back at the last events and what they were working so hard on, and they realize it didn't pay off in the end. It just didn't pay off, and they were not loved where they were not appreciated where they were, seen where they were. How painful to know the truth, 9 of Swords, that some energy was just a huge, massive waste of time. And that's where they're at, and they're angry. Not at you, but at themselves. Because they could have been building with you, but they built with somebody else, and now, nothing to show for it. And who's there waiting for them at the end of the tunnel? Who's there with a helping hand? Support, love, forgiveness, kind words, all of that. You. You're right there, waiting. Again. With all this glory. And they're just like, it bothers them that, honestly, that they're kind of the idiot. Not that I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying they're the fool, if you will. They're the fool. And that is hard to deal with. And you bet your butt, if you were to come back and say anything, they're going to lash out on you. Because you know what happens? People tend to take out their pain on the people they love and the people they're closest to. Have you ever noticed that? The people that you know love you unconditionally, you can be yourself with. You can just reveal the ugliest parts of yourself because you know they're still going to love you after that. And that's why you can take off the mask with them. You can be ugly. And it is what it is. It hurts. It really hurts the people that love you because they have to see that and they don't want to see that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's the same with your kids. If you guys have kids, you're gonna feel that. Someday your kids are gonna be grown and they're gonna hate you for loving them. And they're gonna hate you for caring. And they're just gonna be so bothered about you and their business. It's so annoying. And they're allowed to be ridiculous in front of you. They're allowed to lash out and tell you all of this because they know at the end of the day, you love them. You're going to be there for them. And there's nothing that they could say or do to extinguish that love. And your kids take out the worst on you. They know they're your security. Represent security. And so it's sad to say in relationships, it kind of mirrors that connection where your love partner, your twin flame, they're going to lash out on you too because you represent Ten of Pentacles. You represent security. You are the world. You are secure. And so they lean on you. They come at you. They know you're there and you are. It's still painful, Eight of Swords, for you to hear it, receive it, and see it. You're like, I can't. It's very painful. But you've learned, learned, and graduated to this level of maturity that you're at where what they say to you is not going to trigger you. They used to trigger you a lot, and now you're just like, it doesn't trigger me. You're such at a deep psychic, intuitive, spiritual, emotional place as a twin that words do not affect you the same way. So honestly, you're just protecting your energy, and I can totally agree with that. Now let's see where you're at with that, like just in general. Where's my cards? Here they are. Where is my collective at in the moment? Your twin flame is all Nine of Pentacles. They're all self-preserving right now as well. They're very 9-9. Notice that, 9-9. So yeah, they're definitely thinking of their own security right now, and that's probably for the best because they're not in the best mental space or emotional space. But where are you at? What is your general energy, Spirit? Show me this person. Oh, it's a reverse. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords this time. Oh, but double. Stop overthinking it and just do it. So what have you guys been hesitant on? You do have two Eight of Swords today. You have been holding back. Now, in my intuition, as your reader says this, you purposely are holding back away from your twin flame. You're holding back because you're wise, you're smart, you're experienced, and you don't want to rock the boat, and you don't want any problems. You're preserving your happiness right now. So you're like, I don't want to add to any of that, okay? That's what I think. That's what I feel as your reader. But let's go ahead and see where you're at just in the scope of your life. Not just the twin flame journey, but just for you. And it says, in reverse, you convinced yourself you wouldn't be able to pull something off. And this could be that little bit of doubt that we've been kind of reading into with you and your twin. Just a little bit of that, or maybe just anything you're dealing with. But there is some doubt. Let's just call it what it is. But you think you can't pull this off. Not because you actually can't, but because you wanted an excuse not to do it. Ooh, it just got crazy. You little vixen. You wanted a reason to not get with your twin. Just give me a reason. I just need an excuse. I don't really want to do this. Okay? All right, I see it. You also want an excuse in something else in your life because there's some other area of your life where you're like, I really don't want to. So you've been kind of holding back. Kylo! Kylo! No. Sorry. So you let yourself down perhaps in the past, and even others you might have let down in the past. You're capable of so much more. Keep that in mind. So I think you're scared. You're scared to let anyone down. And this is a kind of, it's perfect, don't touch it move. You're like, leave it alone. It's good. It's good right there. Don't move it. Don't move an inch. The first message that came to me, and this is not just for women, it's just an analogy, was when you get so beautiful and ready for like an event or pictures, and girl, you got on the girdle, you got on the heels, you've got your hair in the right position, it's perfectly hairsprayed, your makeup is on point, and you're sucked in just right, and you're like, don't move. Don't move or it's all going to fall apart. It's just, you're going to look bloated eventually. The heels are going to break. Your hair's going to get flat. The makeup's not going to be on point anymore. You know, you just feel like it's all going to fall apart. I just want to stay this pretty this long. Like, I don't want to move. And there's so many people that are like, I look great right now. I don't want to mess it up. And for some of you guys, you're like, that's just the analogy of your life. It's like, I have a good thing going. Why would I mess it up? Why would I mess up my peace to go in union with my twin that has some issues? They're just going to throw a wrench in what I've worked so hard to achieve. I finally found personal peace. Finally found this zen, this happiness. For some of you guys, it isn't your twin that's the problem. It's something else. And you're just like, if I do the wrong thing, if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to mess it up. It's going to get messed up, and I don't want that. I just want to enjoy what I have as long as I can. So anyways, that's what I'm kind of getting from you, is you just want to enjoy it a little bit longer, and I'll keep it 100%. Perhaps some of you guys are enjoying singleness. And it's been a long time since you've been in a relationship. So some of you guys are like, I don't know. I've been single for so long. I don't really know how comfortable I am going into a deeper commitment. But I'm going to tell you, something is coming up in your fate down. It's around the corner. It's not directly in front of you tomorrow, but it's coming up. And I really think that it's a place where you're going to just be tested. And I think what's coming ahead is a problem. And I need you to heed my warning in this reading. Don't get a big ego. Don't speak or boast about something good that's happened to you. Keep it simple. Keep it private. Don't let your ego explode over a win, a victory, blessings. Like, this is a very humble test. And for your twin flame, it's not to let them worry themselves to death, because they worry too much. And worry is just a prayer to get more things to worry about. That being said, where are you with romance? Oh, there you have it. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. A lot of you guys, this is just right now where you're at. Where your spouse, your twin flame is at is unrequited. They don't want love either. Where you're at right now is separated. You're like, I don't want love either. I don't want romance. I miss them, I love them, but I'm okay on my own right now. It's the vibe. They got new love at the bottom of the deck. You got getting to know each other again. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond will deepen. So your advice here is get to know them again. Their advice is open up to new love, to letting go of this love. I'm going to keep it real. My intuition is strongly telling me that your twin flame is leaving, or someone is leaving them. They're getting out of a marriage or relationship that they were working on for about 8 years, 5 to 8 years. This is a deeply committed connection. And my vibe is they're leaving it and they're moving into singleness. My intuition is also saying they need help from you in this transition. My intuition is also saying they hate to ask for help from you because clearly you didn't support that relationship from the beginning. Clearly they were with someone that wasn't you, so how humbling of an experience to ask you, of all people, for help. All right. Let's get the Epiphany card. Where is that one? Just had it. There they go. Okay. All right. So where are you headed here? What is this epiphany? Why do you feel like you want to be separated from your twin flame at this time? What is leading this emotion on? Tell me I don't have two. Oh, I have two. Okay. We have no ordinary love. And this soul bond is sacred. This is you, like, I don't want basic love. I want deep spiritual love. And that's why you're coming in very Queen of Cups. You're just like, if the bond isn't sacred, if it isn't extremely spiritual, I don't really want to mess with it right now. So you're not looking for a basic bond. You're looking for something deeper. And I think with your twin flame right now, you feel like reciprocity hasn't always been there. And them coming in for help, and you're giving them a helping hand because you're a spiritually minded person. You're just like, I don't want you around me in a space where you're hurting, where it's like a rebound, or where you're not knowing what you want. I don't want that. So I'm fine being there for you, but I'm not fine letting you in spiritually, sexually, and intimately. Bottom of the deck is enlightenment, seeing more clearly. And I felt that with the Queen of Cups. And here you are choosing the right path for us. You're just enlightened. That literally means the sun as well. You are an enlightened being. And you're a different person. You're not the person they left behind. You're not the person they used to know. You are a spiritually enlightened twin flame. And honestly, you're just not looking for some huge reconciliation of romance. You're looking for something with meaning. Let's take a look at what you are looking for. Spirit, what is my collective looking for? What is on their path here? What are they seeking? What do you want? There we go, healthy choices. Self-love, self-care, being happier, loving life. And didn't we just feel that for you with the World card? And the Sun, just all that beauty, all that health. And you're just like, that's what I want. I just want to be a healthy-minded, healthy emotionally, just good person. And you're like, that's what I want more than any relationship, more than any twin flame bond. I want a healthier me. So you're in your me era, which is a very good era, but that's where you're at. And you're just like, I will refrain myself from that. I will refrain. So I see a lot of you guys pulling back for good reason. This Pisces Venus for you personally is a better version of yourself. That's what it's about. It's not about some exalted love story. You are the love story. So let's see what your partner really wants. Spirit, at the heart of this person's heart, what is it they really seek? What is it they want in all of this? What is it this person wants, Spirit? They want the dragonfly. They want lighthearted and adapt, finding things out, changing, things coming to light, and healing. So they want enlightenment. They want to transform with the dragonfly. Bottom of the deck is ascending, learning and expansion, preparing for union, a new phase. So they want to evolve. They've been a very unevolved partner. They've been very much in the 3D. They just haven't been on that part of the journey like you that really just feels spiritual. Since both of you guys are evolving into a mature person, let's see where this transformation is heading. Spirit, please show me Venus and Pisces. What fruit are they going to gain from this exalted Venus? What fruit will they be picking, Spirit, as a couple, as a twin flame? What part of the evolution on their journey are they going to be coming into with Venus and Pisces? This is random, but go with me on that. I'm hearing row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. I don't know, that's what I'm hearing. To me, that's very, we're moving forward, we're moving on, we're flowing, we're growing. And I'm also hearing like, keep going, like keep rowing. Let's just truck along, let's move along. The gift of Pisces is expansion, but this also looks very much like a hurricane. And I do expect a strong hurricane on the horizon in some metaphorical sense. Maybe literal for some of you, but metaphorically, this is a hurricane comes in and obviously destroys everything temporarily. And it's only a matter of time before everything gets rebuilt and the things start moving again. Kind of like the tower. But the rainbow and expansion is like hope after the storm. So I think the bottom line, after this difficult season that Pisces is giving you, this Venus is giving you, comes the gift of a healthier version of you and a healthier version of him or her. The card that comes out is Rebirth. And there's the rainbow. You guys are going to come out of this twin flame journey better. You literally have the twin flame number, the number 11. You know, we had a full moon in Virgo. So it's literally the energy that we've been feeling is that full moon in Virgo vibe. And I don't care about tropical astrology. Don't throw me with that bullshit, please. I have an app. It's called Sky something. I forgot the name. Sky something. But it shows you where the planets are in what zodiac at that time. And I screenshotted it. It was literally in the hands of Virgo. So just saying, that's the energy we just came out of. And you guys are going to be reborn as a couple. The gift, the fruit of this separation, the fruit of unrequited love, the fruit of the dramas you guys have been through is some kind of rebirth of self. And it says waking up to a fresh start. The element of this card is fire. The phase is a beginning. We return to new life after a period of loss or even numbness. Whatever was dormant inside of our soul is about to be awakened. Our heart was broken. We suffered a very painful loss. Daily stress overwhelmed you guys. You guys were shut down emotionally. It felt like a part of you died. The pain, the pressure, the chaos in your life had been so great that you and your twin flame on the same path buried your feelings. Both of you were in the energy of just giving up hope. Right there. You guys literally were giving up hope. You guys wandered kind of aimlessly, stumbling in despair. Until now. This Venus exalted in Pisces transit is going to help you heal all your wounds. All of them. The trauma from the past, the pain in the present. And spring always is the beautiful energy of the return of joy, the return of love, the return of hope. And the emotional winter that you guys felt that was unbearable, long and harsh, is finally thawing. Not everything is going to survive the hell that you guys just went through. You're going to lose some relationships. You're going to lose some dreams. You may not be able to awaken an old dream or resume an abandoned relationship with someone in your life that was toxic. Some of your projects got lost. Friendships neglected too long maybe perished. But you finally get to thaw out your feelings and start again. You get to redo yourself. You get to redo your online profile, change your style, take another photo, begin dating again, job hunting again, redoing your looks physically, like your weight, your body, your spiritual energy inside of it even again. And for some people, a vacation or retirement is going to bring you some much needed rejuvenation and a second chance at happiness. Both of you have changed, and so has the world that you guys used to live in. But it's time to live again. Life can and will always be different than before. We all need renewal. We all need a fresh start and a chance to come back after a long and difficult season. This is you being reborn. And not only is this the number 11, it's page number 111. So check that out, my little 1111 twins. You are entering a phase of growth and emergence. if we want to look a little bit deeper into this image, it says the roots sunk deep into the earth, and they kept this old tree alive all winter. Throughout that cold, the roots were still stable. Our roots are our ancestry, our spiritual beliefs, our calling in this life, or our love. Like sheltered arms, these roots hold you deep and still until it's ready to rejuvenate again. The rake, metaphorically and metaphysically, untangles the past issues that caused the death. And the death can be literal or symbolic. But after cutting off or shutting down, rebirth is a series of transitions. It doesn't happen all at once. Gradually, it starts to gather strength, and its identity and inspiration can be seen again. The rainbow hues in this magic card surround this woman awakening herself with new opportunities growing every second. And as you give yourself time to reawaken, you'll start to see the evidence of the birth. All right. So, I think that's why it's taking a little time. I think it's safe to say, in your relationship, you guys aren't the same. You guys both have been through your own battles, and the battle scars are here, and they're never going to go away. But through those beautiful moments of hell, you're able to be this new version of yourself, a much healthier version of yourself. So let's see where you two love bunnies are headed in the future after this kind of difficult Pisces Venus transit. Where are these lovebirds headed? Their twin is the dragonfly, adapting to change, discovering new things, awakening. And my collective is here choosing healthy choices, self-love, self-care. Hope will be restored. What do you see for them on this road to recovery? All right, you guys got this one. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. What I'm hearing with that, honestly, sometimes you don't need words. Forget words. 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You guys may just need to get physical. Kiss, hold, and just be a presence. It doesn't even have to be sexual, although it says that. Let's forget sexual union, that title, and let's look at honoring the soul, honoring the grief, honoring the hard work, honoring their presence in your life without words. That's kind of what I'm feeling, and that's why they're holding one another and embracing. Sometimes, have you guys ever felt like after some painful situation, you didn't need advice, you didn't need to talk, you just wanted to feel someone? You just wanted to hug them? You just wanted them to hold you? Or kiss your hand, kiss your head? Just that alleviated the stress. Maybe you just wanted them to rub your shoulders or your feet. That's what this card is really meaning for me. It's like, we don't have to have words in this, okay? You guys need to just get physical and be physical with one another. We don't need a whole conversation about this. We just need each other's presence. And I think that's where you guys are headed, towards just being present for one another. After a separation, after unrequited love, after coldness and harshness, you guys are going to move into a kind of healthy space. Bottom of the deck here is criticizing one another is only going to lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So this is why it wants you to keep your mouth shut. And we kind of got that throughout the whole reading. 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. They need to be quiet and stop making a mountain out of a molehill. You need to be quiet and not get yourself into a trap because of their negativity. We need to not speak a whole lot, and we need to not criticize. This is not the time to say, this is what you did wrong. This is what you could have done right. This is not the time for that. No criticizing. This is a time for support in each other's growth. And if you feel criticized, don't be in that energy. Let's get a higher message for you. Show me an enlightened message for my viewer, for my twin flame. Please use these cards to show us a higher message, a higher form of thinking. I am a healer. All right. So not only do you have to heal yourself, you are a healer of others. Remember, you are a healer. Things heal, things recover. Don't ever get so stuck in a rut that you just stop healing because you think it's not possible or you think someone else can't heal. You are a healer and your energy matters. Your words mean something. The energy you throw out at people means something. You are a healer, and if you choose to heal something, you can do that. Down here it says, I'm learning to stand up for myself, bottom of the deck. This seems so easy, and everyone looks at that like, oh yeah, that's basic. It's really not basic for everybody. Probably a majority of you guys do not stand up for yourself. You don't stand up for yourself at work. You don't stand up for yourself in your family. And you don't stand up for yourself in relationships. The truth for a lot of people is you're learning to stand up for yourself and what you feel is important to you. And this is those healthy choices you're making. And it's also your twin flame who is in the same energy, healing and recovering from pain and learning to stand up for themselves. Because both of you are cleansing some energy. And both of you need to be proud of your progress. Because you have made progress. Let's get a message from your twin. Spirit, can you guide and direct us for a message with the twin flame? I've searched for you and others. Nobody compares. Do you believe that? You probably do. They have definitely looked for you as a soul and a partner in somebody else. That's just the ugly truth. They tried to get you and what they had with you with somebody else. And the truth is, it just didn't compare. That person will never be you. And bottom of the deck, they just want to make love to you. Somewhere safe, somewhere warm, and tell you everything. All their secrets, all their dreams. And they wish they could just fall asleep in your arms, where they feel at peace. That's a message from your twin. What is the secret you need to know about your twin flame as they suffer right now, like as they're going through that 5 of Pentacles? What is your twin experiencing? Can you give us a deeper insight, Spirit, on what the twin flame feels and is going through? Pitiful. Humility. Pitiful, needing help. Pitiful, being humbled and humiliated in their choices. Pitiful. Just helpless. You know, when you see an animal that can't even help themselves in the woods or something, it's just pitiful. And you wish you could do more, but they're just hobbling along. You know, and I kind of get that feeling like that's what's going on with your twin. They just feel, look how his hands are behind his neck, like he's surrendering to the police or something, like hands on your back, you know? And he's just like, there's nothing else I can do. There's nothing else I can do but surrender. Put my hands up, say I have zero control, and just surrender to the karma, surrender to the pain, and that's how your twin feels right now, is just absolutely in surrender mode, just pitiful towards so many things. And that's the pain they've been dealing with, okay? And that's the whole dark night that they're in, that bottomless pit. And what is your situation as a twin flame? Your situation is power. You're finally learning your own personal power. For the longest time, we have dependent. You were dependent on someone else for your peace, for your pleasure, for your happiness, for your everything. And now you just feel like, I'm going to take back control. I don't want to be dependent. I don't want to depend on someone to make me smile for the day or look better or feel better. I want to do it myself. And so I just see you taking your power back. That's beautiful. That's your energy. And last but not least, advice from the universe on this enchanted map by Colette Baron Reed. Where in the world are you headed? This is an oracle card, and it's a guidebook to help guide you into this season of your life. Spirit, help guide the Twin Flame Collective through this journey. The season of Pisces and Venus together, Venus exalted. Please show us some guidance with this energy. Bottom of the deck is movement in the reverse. And you guys got details in the reverse. Clearly, double check all contracts, all applications. Read something twice, 3 times at least. You need to get clarity. And you're probably headed for clarity. But let's just see why it's reversed. It says, heed the gentle warning that perfectionism will not lead you to where you desire, but instead it will steer you away from it. Nothing will be good enough when you become obsessed with perfection. No one will ever measure up to your scrutiny, and nothing that you can ever do will assuage that general feeling of not being up to par. You're perfect already, just as you are. So if you guys have this general feeling of needing to be better, needing to be a version of yourself that is perfect, it says get that out of your head. The more you strive to be perfect, or a perfect person, or a perfect version of yourself that you envision is where you need to be, that level of it must be like this, it needs to go. The same goes with your twin flame connection. If you feel like there's a level of your connection that needs to be fill in the blank, check the boxes, Once it is that way, then we can have a union, then we can have something. It says stop. The more you're trying to fill in those blanks and check the boxes, the more you're taking yourself away from something good. In this case, the devil is in the details for real, and it says, get away from the details, the scrutiny. You're being led to a place where sometimes an imperfect something is perfect for you. And let's take a look at 28, movement in reverse. Do you feel as though you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress as you reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for the treasure. Another message is this. Lessons need to be repeated for those who refuse or those who are unable to learn from them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. Okay, I totally feel this is your message. You need to not look at the perfectionism in yourself. That's what I feel. Like you're just too much. You're already good. You're already good. Whatever improvement you make is wonderful, but you're already good. You got this. And as far as your person, I think they had to relearn something twice because you're done, the world card. You already mastered the lesson. Done. That's you. They are going in circles here. They are. And it's like they didn't learn their lesson 8 years ago. They didn't learn it 5 years ago. They didn't learn it 10 years ago. We're starting over. In some sense, they have to come back and look at something they left behind, which I believe is you, but also a better version of themselves. They've left this behind. 77 is the number that's coming in for this reading. 77 minutes on the clock. And this card movement in reverse is number 77. I don't know if you guys can see that. But there it is. Okay, so anyway, 77. And 7 is the number of education. Learning from the universe, lessons of the universe, and it's about listening to higher teachers, okay, spiritual guides, ancestors, the universe, and here we have education. And earlier I mentioned a lot of you guys, I feel like you were graduating some level of education. So there is something here about learning. And I know that my collective here with the world has learned. You are graduating. The sun is like, woo, graduation is here. We've evolved. Good job. But your person, you know, I just feel like the pitiful part of them is seeing that they made a mistake. And that's okay. That's learning, right? Oh, I made a mistake. I learned. And now they have to go back with you to a step, to a place they were at maybe 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, and they're right back where they were. And even in their life individually, there is this starting over kind of energy. It's they grew something, they attained something, they worked at it, and then zoop, it drops to nothing. They're starting at ground zero again. And that's why they're 9 of Swords. And they're just like, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? Why am I starting over again? Why do I keep starting over? I keep building with this person and then I start over. And then I meet somebody new and I build with her and I have to start over. And then I meet somebody new and I build with her and I have to start over. Why? Because they're missing a very important step. They're looking for you, your soul, your twin energy, and other people. So before I close, why in the world have they pushed you aside, my friend? All right, Spirit, why did they push the twin flame all these times? Why was the twin flame not sought after, but the others were? Why is the twin flame receiving a difficult obstacle? Please show me the obstacle here for the twin flame. Show me the obstacle. The obstacle is justice. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. One thing about Libra energy is masks. One of your biggest obstacles as a twin flame on this journey is masks. Perhaps you wearing masks and them wearing masks, but that doesn't reveal the real person, and it's not the truth. Also, another obstacle is your twin flame not being real with who they are and real with themselves about what they want. They've been denying the truth. So I feel like these have been the reasons for your obstacles, but let's just go ahead and read it for the heck of it. Why not? In this book, it's a really fun book. It says, stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. Once someone made the mistake of telling this formidable judge that it wasn't feasible for her to practice both the law and the craft. So naturally, she took that as a challenge, and she chose to do both. In a serious tone, she tells you, being honest with others is extremely important, of course. But being honest with yourself is just as important. And as long as you've been doing both, you have nothing to worry about. You will be treated with the same fairness reflected in your actions. If you pull this card and personal justice is what you're looking for, then you can sleep soundly knowing that everything will likely rule in your favor. She delivers with a reassuring wink your way. A lot of you guys, to be like literal, let's be literal for a moment. This twin flame journey has been a lot of obstacles also with the law. Somebody could be in trouble with the law. Somebody may have the law against them. Somebody may have to go through the law to get some situation resolved, be it child support, be it a divorce, be it an expungement of a record. There could be literal legal problems that have led to an obstacle in your twin flame journey. That could be something physical, tangible, and just literal. The law may have just been in the way of you guys being together in any kind of way. There's some kind of injustice. There's some kind of unfairness. For a lot of you guys, an obstacle was karma. Karma, and you get what you give. No one's going to get a reward, even your partner, for doing something wrong. No one's going to get a reward. They're not going to gain some blissful union with you if they've done people dirty in the past. They have to pay for their karma. Either it's through you or through someone else they got to pay. And vice versa. If it's about you, you're going to have to pay. So that is definitely an obstacle. And justice and the law always equal things out and make things fair and balanced as it should be. And so karma and justice come into the way. We also look metaphorically. What could be an obstacle spiritually between you and your twin? The truth, being honest with yourself, them being honest with themselves, you being honest with each other, this being an honest relationship. Perhaps it wasn't very honest, but honesty has been a real problem, metaphorically and spiritually. So that being said, I just wanted to show you, like, this is why you guys have had so many obstacles. And it is what it is. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. A lot of you guys need to feel good about yourself and feel good and be confident in your truth. All right, well, I'm going to end this video with a fortune cookie. Guys, keep in mind these cards are for sale on my website. For those of you waiting for your order, they're almost ready to be sent off. I was waiting for some heart gemstones and the opalites to send with your package. So I had to wait, and they just got here from Amazon today. So I'm going to be shipping your stuff out here soon. But let's get in, and don't forget, if you guys order these cards, a lot of them come with gemstones and a little message and some little goodies from me. So yeah, I hope you guys order some of my cards. Right now, all my cards come with a special. They come with a reading. So it's just a 5-minute reading, and it's just something private, special that comes to you through email. As a thank you for ordering my deck of cards. So please, I have my tarot deck. I've got my fortune cookies. I've got love oracles. I've got the letters of love. I got a bunch of them. So I hope you guys can order one and get a free reading as well. So Spirit, what is the message fortune cookie for everyone here today viewing this message? That's so crazy. Didn't we say this? The devil is in the details. It's not what it seems. And you literally got that card, details, details. And the oracle reading spoke about the devil in the details. I think that's a pretty on top point message for you. It doesn't matter if this is about love or your personal life. I want you to look at the details of whatever contracts you're signing, whatever you're doing, look at it, because something may seem a certain way, but it's really not. So look closely. That may help you with a situation that comes up. The fortune cookies just want you to pay attention and be as sharp as the end of a knife. Also, bottom of the deck, the stage is set. Go public. To me, that means all the work's been done. It's go time. Okay? You've prepared something. You've gotten it all going. Time to go public. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching me. I'm going to come back on in a little bit. So please stay tuned. Hit the like button. Subscribe. That actually helps me. I need you. My channel is suffering and drowning as we speak. You are actually important in keeping this channel alive. I need you. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. I need members on my website. If you guys could please become a member. I have a $28 membership and an $88 membership on my website. You get free readings and lots of good goodies with that membership. Please become a member. Support me if you can. I need you so much more than you know. May Spirit reach out to you and speak to you and show you that I need you at this time. So please support me if you can. My website is listed below, jks1111.com. Always accepting donations and thank yous. But in my next video, I will be doing $28 readings. If you guys have a question, it's $28. So please be live. Hit the bell so you know that I am live and you can ask your question. I accept payment through Cash App or donation on my website. And if you guys want to meet me over there in a little while, we will be doing some fun readings. My members for my website, you get your free oracles, which is the 1111 oracles. If your payment did not go through this month, please make sure your payments go through so you can receive the oracle, because I know Doja, unfortunately, something happened with your card. It didn't go through, and it attempts it one more time, and then it cancels the membership. So please make sure that's up to date so you can get your oracle. And that's it. I'll see you guys in a while. Members, expect your oracles. The Grandmasters, you guys get double. So you're going to get an oracle, one for yourself and one for your love relationships. Okay. The inner circle members, you just get one oracle overall for your message for the month. But if you guys want to all become a member, please consider supporting me on my website. I'm one of those people that are super generous, and whatever you bless me with, honey, I will bless you tenfold. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. And you just keep swimming. Thank you for watching me, guys. I love you so much. Bye-bye.